Hello and welcome to another episode of Retrospection, and today we're putting on our spookticles and taking a look at Randall and Hopkirk Deceased from 1969. Hello, my name's Colin. Why don't you stay dead like anybody else?
Well, that's charming, that is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name's Paul, and forgive me for receiving you in bed. I'm feeling rather frail this morning.
You said that before. After a night on the tiles. TMDB says Randall and Hopkirk Deceased is a British private detective television series. In the initial episode, Hopkirk is murdered during an investigation but returns as a ghost. Randall is the only main character able to see or hear him, although certain minor characters are also able to do so in various circumstances throughout the series.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah. For me, IMDb insists on calling this show My Partner the Ghost.
That was the American title.
Lousy title.
It is. It's up there with, what was that one that we talked about a while ago? My Granny the Car, or whatever it was. You remember that?
Yeah. Is it Granny? Is it My Mother-in-Law the Car or something?
Something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which apparently is quite a well-known show after we talked about it, looking back on it.
Oh, not to us.
Well, we've got taste in the UK. I can't even say that with a straight face. All right.
This series stars Kenneth Cope as Marty Hopkirk, Mike Pratt as Jeff Randall, and Annette Andre as Jeannie Hopkirk. The first episode, called My Late Lamented Friend and Partner, guest stars Ronald Lacey.
It does indeed. And shall we a little shout out to Chelsea?
Hello!
Hello, Chelsea!
I don't think it works like that. You're supposed to just say a shout out and then move on.
A shout out?
Yeah, okay. And Dolores Montez, who was Nina Barry in UFO.
She was, yes.
Yeah, and Anne Sharp, who has been in The Champions and The Crawling Eye. The show was created by Dennis Spooner, who also created The Champions, and was an ITC production. ITC created shows like Danger Man, The Baron, The Prisoner, Department S, and the spin-off Jason King, and many more, including most of Jerry Anderson's productions.
And probably shows that we'll cover at some point, I would imagine.
Yes, I would think so.
Mm-hmm.
ITC was a British company run by Lou Grade, but had American connections. And I kind of think those shows were made always with a thought to an international market, unlike a lot of other British shows at the time.
Yeah, they feel transatlantic, don't they? They don't feel British.
Yeah.
You look at the stuff that the BBC was making. This is miles ahead of it in terms of production value, at least.
Yeah, it's not Z Cars.
It's not, no.
Music by Monty Berman, who did a lot of the ITC shows, all bangers.
All right.
And this was directed by Cyril Frankel, as another ITC regular. Series was remade in 2000 with British comedians Bob Mortimer and Vic Reeves and Amelia Fox taking the role of Jeannie.
How do you feel about the remake?
Well, they can act.
Yeah, that's a given. But generally speaking, how did you feel about the remake?
I didn't mind it. It was all right.
I mean, it had some good guest stars in it. I think Reece Shearsmith.
Tom Baker was in it.
Tom Baker, Reece Shearsmith. Yeah. It's just a shame it's them.
You don't like Bob Mortimer?
I do, but I don't like them in scripted drama. I think they're better in the anarchic comedy kind of stuff that they're more well known for.
Fair enough.
And I don't think the show was as good as the original anyway.
No, I haven't actually rewatched that one since it came out in 2000. I think I do have it on DVD somewhere.
Yeah, I think I've got it somewhere as well.
But the original I have on spanking beautiful Blu-ray.
Oh, well, I watched it on ITVX.
Fair enough. It works. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Did you read that Dave Allen was considered for the role of Randall, apparently? That would have been interesting.
I didn't know. It would have been. I didn't know Dave Allen was doing other things besides his comedy.
Well,
would have been interesting.
There's two versions as to why he didn't end up doing it. One is that he turned it down, and the other is that he was ruled out after he went to work for the BBC.
Oh, all right, yeah.
But it would have been interesting, I think.
It would have been, yeah.
Show wasn't a hit first time out. It was shunted.
It wasn't?
No, it was shunted around time slots on various ITV regions, and it just couldn't get a foothold, apparently.
Oh, until it was brought back from the dead.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, you're on form, aren't you? Yeah. Marty's suits in it were originally going to be green. That would have been weird.
Yeah, that would also, wouldn't it have played havoc with when they do like the superimposing shots? I mean, were they using green screen?
I would imagine so. It's probably some form of what was it called? Chroma key or something like that.
Chroma key, yeah.
So I would imagine that's probably why they nixed it, really.
Also, it looked weird. White's obviously better for what he's supposed to be. A ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Pratt and Kenneth Cope they would apparently argue over the quality of the scripts. And they stayed firm on this until the end of the series, apparently.
So they argued between each other, one saying the good, one saying the bad, or both saying the bad?
Both saying the bad is the way that I read that, yeah.
All right.
And I can understand it.
Well, my worry is that it's going to be pretty much the same thing every week.
That was going to be one of my questions to you, because I assume that you've seen more of this.
Well, this is where we fess up time, is that I don't think I've watched every episode on my Blu-ray.
Okay, but you've probably watched more than me. I mean, I remember seeing this as a kid years ago on one of many reruns that they probably had. But I couldn't tell you anything about it, so I don't know what happens.
Right. Let me get back to you when I've watched them all.
Okay, so that's never.
No, I might be watching them now. You know, got a taste for it.
Okay. And the last thing I wanted to say, and this is probably one of the
ever.
No, not ever. Maybe I'll say some more after this.
Oh, okay.
It was just the fact that made me chuckle, and you'll see why. Kenneth Cope apparently wore his wig back to front in the first few episodes, and he didn't realise. Nobody
told him? Like the camera people didn't realise?
I don't know. I kind of wonder whether maybe they did and they just left it. I mean, it looks all right.
Well, there were a couple of scenes I was like, is he wearing a wig?
I didn't even know he wore a wig, did you?
No, but I did think, oh, that looks like a wig. I wonder why they did his hair like that.
Well, I mean, it looks like kind of a mop-top Beatles kind of hairstyle, doesn't it?
Yeah, which was the rage at the time, yeah.
But if it was the wrong way round, then it would have been longer at the back and shorter at the front, whereas this is longer at the front and shorter at the back.
Maybe ghosts were the wigs the wrong way round. Maybe that's the thing of the supernatural.
I'll let you know, because I'm going to tell you now. The premise of this show is great, because if I go first, oh boy, you don't know what you've got coming. I'll be there, don't you worry. 100 years, mate. 100 years.
No, it's not going to happen.
You're going to do an exorcism. Get rid of me.
Yes. Yeah, now while you're still alive, just to make sure. To prepare.
Is that a pentagram I can see on the wall behind you?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Yes. With your name in the middle, scrawled in blood. From a goat.
I'm glad you said a goat. I was going to ask you, where did the blood come from?
Well, I mean, when you go to hell, did they let you come back as an angel? So maybe, because that's where you're headed.
Why are you assuming that that's where I'm going?
Oh, come on. The things you've done, the things you've said. The things you've thought about.
I've lived my life like...
You're not going to start singing, are you?
It does feel like this is where a song would come in, doesn't it? No.
Yeah, it does. Worryingly so.
I've lived my life consistently well.
Is that's going to be on your gravestone?
Yes.
Paul Wood, 1974 to 2023. I lived my life consistently well.
What more can you say?
No, it's perfect. Perfect finish.
So, yes.
All right, so let's get on with the episode. We open on a city street, London street. Randall is watching somebody from his car.
He is.
And he goes into a house, but he has to go into a bedroom because the woman in there is too frail to get out of bed and greet him. But not frail enough to stop her putting her makeup on, I noticed.
She didn't look particularly frail, did she?
No, she didn't.
And this is the first instance that where it really stood out, but there's a lot of overdubbing in this episode, isn't there?
I didn't really notice, but maybe it was the version I was watching. I don't know.
Put it this way, this voice doesn't sound like it's coming out of her, because it's obviously ADR'd later. but she's got an incredibly deep voice.
You think it was a guy?
I don't know, but it didn't match the lady.
Barry, can you do the voice of this lady? Okay. Hello, Mr. Hopkirk.
It just seemed a bit strange, and it's not the first time it happens. But all right.
So Randall shows her pictures of her husband, and he's having an affair. And it turns out that she controls the firm that her husband manages.
That's right.
So she's going to not only cut him out the marriage, but also the company.
Yeah.
So later her husband tells her that she can't take the company away from him. They have an argument because she shows him the pictures. So he's up to something.
There's some very strange kind of clipped 1930s style acting going on in this scene, particularly from the husband. I mean, Pratt is really natural. He's got a very naturalistic tone to his performance, but this guy, it's almost like he's in some kind of Noel Coward play, the way that he's carrying himself.
Yeah, it's very clipped.
It doesn't work.
But maybe it's the rage. He's keeping it under control.
Oh, is that what you sound like?
His wife's just told her he's just been caught out having an affair.
I suppose.
Now she's going to take away the marriage and the company, and he's got a plan to get rid of her, but, he's got to keep that under control. So this guy's called Sorensen, and he calls a number and has to give like a cryptic message, and they'll call back. So he's arranging something. We're not quite sure what it is, but we can guess.
Yeah, he's calling he's calling a wife disposal service.
Yeah, WDS.
It is.
Yeah, so they call back and he tells them he wants a usual service. The wife, meanwhile, calls Randall's office to arrange a meeting with him in the morning at 10 a.m, but he's not there. Hopkirk answers and says that he can make the meeting and he has all the information. So, it's moving along quite rapidly.
Yeah, and we haven't even had the credits yet.
Well, that's true. That's true. Hopkirk is early to the meeting. Now, while she's having a bath, an engineer has rigged up a device, like cabling that goes into her house and then into her bathtub that she doesn't see.
Yeah, so someone's obviously got up on a ladder, drilled a hole in the window ledge, fed this cable through, and then somehow managed to get it into the bath that she's not...
You seem to know a lot about how this works.
I walked into that one, didn't I?
Very suspicious.
No, I'm saying it would be virtually impossible to pull off, Colin, is what I'm saying. I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you would see the wire, wouldn't you?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Well, she doesn't.
She doesn't, and she gets fried.
She does, yes.
I did like the 60s decor of the bathroom. I thought that was very nice. Don't see that anymore.
Are you... No, you don't. No, you don't. You know why?
Why?
Because it's the 60s.
That'll be it. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe you should do yours like that.
We've still got those little mat things that go around your toilet bowl. You're always covering. Well, I stand on them. That's what you do, isn't it, Colin?
Oh, I thought meant you water them occasionally.
Well, they get wet when I get out of the shower. Yeah, so that's
okay.
Obviously what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Hopkirk hears a scream, kicks in the door, and finds her body. And the electrician drives away. Yeah,
and then the doctor comes, and would they really take the body out of the bath and just lay it on the bed and cover it over with a sheet? Surely it's a crime scene.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Although, I guess he said that it was a heart. She had a heart attack.
So that they can't differentiate the difference. The doctor can't tell the difference between a heart attack and an electrocution.
It's the 60s. Everything was a heart attack.
Is that a variation on our usual it's the 80s thing that we normally say?
Yeah. Oh, he's got a hole in his head. Heart attack. You see it all the time. Hopkirk leaves, and Sorensen sees him talking to the kids that are outside. Mm-hmm. That wouldn't happen today. There'd be no kids outside playing, so there'd be no witnesses.
That's true. You don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
Different world.
No.
Different world.
Yeah. Randall finally comes back to the office, and Hopkirk and him talk about lack of money. And Jeannie calls, and it's revealed that Hopkirk, he gets a bit jealous of his wife's friendliness with Randall.
Yeah, I can see that coming into play in future episodes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does in this as well later on, right? Yeah. Yeah.
You got to say that from the first scene together, though, that Cope and Pratt, they've got really good chemistry, haven't they?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I think this. To be honest, so far this is what saves this show.
Yeah, I'd
so
agree with
far.
that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the plot, the story of this first episode, there's not much to it, is there? Really?
No.
It's all about setting it up. Really. I do like Randall's attitude to everything, though. He's got that can't be arsed attitude. Reminds me of you a bit, actually. You've got that, haven't you?
No. I'm a can-do guy.
I don't mean I can't be arsed.
You just said that. That's the very words you said. He has a can't be arsed attitude like you.
I don't mean
That's the very words you said.
I don't mean it the way that you took it, Colin. What I mean is, like, you know what I mean.
No, I'm offended. I think I might end the podcast right now.
I
mean, I can't be asked to continue.
All right, I'll leave it there. Okay, but the listeners know what
I want an explanation, and I want it now.
Look, 120 episodes or whatever it is into this podcast. They're well aware.
Don't remind me. I get PTSD.
Yes, they're well aware of who you are, Colin. The listeners. Yes.
All right. So, Hopkirk goes home, right?
He does.
And on the way, he runs into a beatnik. That's the credit that Ronald Lacey has as a beatnik.
Yeah, with a oddly drawn on beard or stubble. It looks drawn on, doesn't it?
That's what beatniks do.
Is it?
Remember Shaggy from Scooby-Doo? He was a beatnik.
That's true, I suppose. Yes. Yeah.
And he had a drawn on beard, although in fairness, he was completely drawn on. But
head to toe.
Yeah, toe to head.
That's right.
Whichever way you look at it.
He also had a talking dog as a companion. So.
Well, did he really, or was he just like drugged?
This is very deep. Yeah.
Did Scooby really talk, or was just Shaggy smoking a lot?
I would
doing LSD.
Yeah, I think he's probably on a different planet.
Yeah. So I don't think Scooby ever talked, and I don't think Scrappy Doo existed. It's just a figment of. That's the movie they should make about Shaggy's, downward spiral into drugs and seeing little dogs that talk.
Maybe they'll do that in the second season of Velma. Oh wait, there's not going to be one, is there?
No. They could the film could be called like Put 'Em Up or something.
I like that.
Put 'Em Up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add it to the list of things you're never going to write, Colin.
Okay, will do. It's a big list. In fact, that list has got so long, it's almost a script itself, so I can't be asked writing it down, because that's me, innit? Right, Paul? Can't be asked to do things, right?
That's the title of this episode, Can't Be Asked.
So then this car just drives towards Hopkirk, hits him and kills him. And then the beatnik jumps into the car and manages to get the gun off the driver.
Yeah, at this point I was like, so what's happening here?
Yeah, it had to be filmed in a certain way because this clearly couldn't really happen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how this would work.
Yeah, it didn't work, did it? I actually had to go back and watch it a couple of times just to make sure that I hadn't nodded off or skipped over something, because it felt like there should have been something there,
Because you almost think like the beatnik knows the driver.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did love the very English way that the crowd around Hopkirk react when he's laying on the floor. Well, one guy goes, "Is he all right?" And the other one goes, "Nah, he's dead."
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me chuckle.
Good. So then we go to the funeral.
We do.
Well, it's a nice funeral.
I was thinking though, this thing's moving fast, isn't it? This episode.
They're just trying to get him killed, didn't they, so they can actually get the show going.
I think so, yeah.
Well, what do you think of Jeannie?
I think that as a character, there's not much to it in this episode. I could only hope that maybe she's fleshed out in future episodes.
There are episodes where she starts to think that Randall is going nuts.
Oh, that's
she
interesting.
Tries to help him.
That's interesting. Yeah, that could play well.
Because she starts to catch him talking to himself and acting strangely.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. That's interesting. That actually makes me want to watch another episode to see that.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. After the funeral, Randall calls like reception, I guess, in the apartment building. They manage the phones and asks a guy who's called Sid, no more calls placed to my home, grieving. I want everything quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And so Sid says, yep, no problem. But then the phone rings and it's Marty.
Randall's reaction to this is, I can't help but think this is how it would be if Ghost Me tried to ring you up. You just wouldn't have it.
Well, nowadays it'd be on my cell phone. It'd say Paul's Ghost, and I'd just go, I'm not answering that.
I was waiting for you to say, well, I ignore you now when you try and call me, so, it's no difference, is it?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Blocked.
Can you block a ghost?
I mean, if they're calling you by phone, then nowadays, with modern phone, it has to have something, so you could just block it that way.
I suppose. Salt probably works as well.
What, assault? You're going to attack the ghost?
No, salt, Colin, salt.
We're going to eat him?
No. There's a thing, isn't there? You put a big circle of salt. I've seen films.
Yeah. So go on. You put a big circle of salt.
Yeah, and as long as you stand inside that circle, I can't touch you.
Well, ghosts can't touch you anyway because he goes through things.
Figuratively.
Oh, figuratively.
Can't...
Oh, that's your defence, isn't it?
Yes. Your Honour.
My lord, you try to touch figuratively.
Figuratively, yes.
But then you have to spend forever in that circle of salt, or do you carry it with you?
Well, you get a big container of salt. I'm sure you could make an opening, and then as long as you're sprinkling the salt around you as you move.
It's a lot of work, isn't it? Could you do it around the edges of your apartment?
Oh yeah,
and join it up?
I guess so. Yeah.
So is it? So it's not the shape.
No, it's blocking the way in, isn't it? I mean, you don't go outside anyway, Colin. Right. So you
right. So that's not a problem. Yeah. No problem. But why salt?
Well, I'm sure that if you looked it up, there is some supernatural thing to do with salt that keeps spooky things out. But I'm not going to look it up.
That's actually what it says in the original grimoire, isn't it? Cast the salt to keep the spooky things out. No, it'll be cast the salt about to keep the spooky things out.
I like it. Yes.
That's what it says, right? Yeah.
I'll remember that next time I'm encountering a ghost because I've met a few.
Yeah. No, you haven't.
Oh, by the way, Sid. We should say Sid turns up in a few Carry On movies, doesn't he? The guy playing Sid.
Yes, but he's not the Sid.
No, it's not that Sid.
It's not our Sid.
No, it's not him. No. But the character. No. Yeah, the guy playing the character.
No. So Marty wants Randall to meet him at the cemetery. Now Randall's like freaking out. He calls down to reception and he's like, no more calls. And the receptionist has no idea what he's talking about. And when Randall plays the recording back, because he taped the last call, there's only his voice that could be heard.
Yeah, Sid actually comes up to his room, doesn't he? And he plays it to him.
It's very nice of him, isn't it?
Well, he's a hands-on kind of doorman or whatever. Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
I don't know what it is. No, you can't be a handsy doorman. You get in trouble for that.
The whole scene where he comes up to see him and he plays the recording back to him, it was most distracting because Randall just walks around with his shirt open.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Really
that distracted
putting me off. I mean, I wouldn't put up with it. I mean, I don't even like it when you sit there wearing shorts when we're doing this. Yeah, don't get your legs out. Oh, God.
The whole thing.
Oh, my God, don't do that. Don't, please.
So Sid asks if Randall has any tranquilizers. And Randall says, yeah. I mean, I guess in the 60s, I guess they mean sleeping pills, but I had this image of Randall coming out of the bathroom with a rifle and one of those tranquilizer darts with feathers on, dropping his pants and saying to Sid, see if you can get a shot from there. And Sid's just going, poof, lining up.
If this was Carry On, Randall and Hopkirk, I could imagine that being...
Oh, why did they not do that?
It's a perfect premise for a Carry On movie, isn't it?
Carry On Deceased.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Kenneth Cope was in, isn't it? Carry On at Your Convenience that he's in.
Possibly, I couldn't tell you.
The one about the toilet. They make the toilets, and he's always going on strike.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one's one of the Carry On films that didn't do very well.
Yeah, because they reckon it was because they it was
making fun of their
exactly,
audience.
yeah, poking fun at people that were shop stewards and union people.
Yeah. Who are the people? Yeah, who are the people who were going to Carry On films?
Yeah, you don't piss off your audience.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that you don't insult your audience. That's funny. That it's a good job it doesn't happen today. Don't blame your audience for not liking your stuff. So 4 a.m. Randall wakes up like he's sleepwalking. It's a good job he wasn't sleeping in the nude.
Well, he's wearing PJ bottoms, and then he puts on a rain mac. It's the Flash's choice.
Yeah, the look you're going for, isn't it?
It's too warm for a mac at the minute. Yeah.
That's true. Yes,
skip the mac. Don't need it.
Yeah, no. He drives, apparently tranked up.
I didn't quite understand what was going on here. Has he possessed him or something?
I don't think this happens again in the series. It's a weird. I don't know what's going on. It's not a power because Marty doesn't say he brought him to the cemetery.
No, and why does he have to go to the cemetery anyway? Because later he can just flit around wherever he wants to go anyway. So why didn't he just appear to him in his apartment?
Maybe he hadn't learned that. Or maybe he can only go to places once he's been met by somebody.
All right.
There are lots of reasons you could come up with for that.
The ghost rules in this are very loose, aren't they? Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. So Marty appears, reveals that he's a ghost. Randall can't believe it. But Marty insists that he was murdered, and Randall tells him, oh no, it was an accident. A singer called Happy Lee was driving. But Marty knows it was murder. Bells chime, and Marty has to go back to his grave. And he reveals that only Randall can see him, not even Jeannie. One person can see him, and he chose Randall.
And that'll be you. Just saying.
Right. I'm going to make sure I wear blinders from now on, just in case.
It is a great high concept for a show, though, isn't it, really? Yeah.
Yeah, detective show where one's a ghost. I mean, that's all you need to say, right?
It must have been done before this, in a movie or something in the past. Before, maybe a comedy.
Before the 60s. Yeah. If we were professional, we'd have looked into that.
I know. Well, we'll ask people to do it for us. Somebody might do it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, good.
And he reveals that there's a little rhyme, isn't there, about why he has to return to the grave.
Yeah, it's something like nothing for two in a bed.
No, that's not that one.
That's Bullseye, right?
That's Bullseye, yeah.
Is it what did Points make?
Prizes, but that's not it either.
Oh, okay.
And it's not Rock on Tommy either.
It's not. Should be.
Yeah. No, it's a for the sun arise anew, each ghost unto his grave must go. As rhymes go, it's not the best, is it?
Well, they are ghosts.
I suppose.
It's not their strong suit. I mean, there must be poets, though, that are ghosts. So you would have asked one of them. Can you check this, see if this scans? Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, shite, mate.
Yeah.
Shakespeare,
terrible.
Your voice is funny. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. But, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah. Randall wakes up in bed and wonders if it was a dream. He visits Sorensen and questions him and tells him that Marty was murdered. And Sorensen gets all uppity.
Yeah, his manner doesn't say grieving innocent widow vibe, does it?
No, it says murderer.
It does, pretty much, yes. You might as well wear a T-shirt at this point.
Can you imagine if he did? Would that throw people off the scent? He's like, well, he can't be the murderer if he's wearing a T-shirt saying, I did it.
He's got the T-shirt, he's got like a Kiss Me Quick hat, but it just says murderer. Kiss me murderer.
Yeah. Would that work? Would people go, well, he'd obviously be insane to do that.
He would. I mean, it would it'd probably get him off the murder charge, but also...
Would it?
But also get him locked up for being a loon as well.
Yeah.
Can you say loon now?
Maybe.
You probably can't, can you?
No.
Oh, well, I've said it. What are you going to do?
Randall visits Happy Lee, the driver who people thought, well, the police thought that she hit Marty, but it turns out she didn't. Mm-hmm. But somebody had seen her car at the same time, and she says she spoke to the beatnik, but the police think she invented him. The police call and want to go down to the station. Randall goes with her, and they show her a picture of the beatnik. But they've got him there as well. And he comes in and says he's never seen her before, but she insists that it's him.
Ronald Lacey couldn't give off a more creepy vibe if he tried in this scene, could he? I mean, yet the police seem to believe him over the respectable young woman.
Yeah, I mean, the police are quite inept in this episode. They don't really seem to do any research.
Not really, no.
Like, how come they aren't suspicious that this guy suddenly got money?
Yeah. You got to say, though, that these kind of roles ended up being Ronald Lacey's bread and butter, didn't they?
That's because you're good at them.
He is.
So Randall then goes and visits Jeannie, and she gives him Murty's slipper, and he sits in Murty's chair. But Murty appears.
Yeah, so this is where I'm saying there wasn't really any reason why he had to make him go to the grave, other than maybe, like you say, he couldn't do it the first time.
It's the trigger. Yeah. Once he's been triggered,
you can follow him around wherever he goes. Then.
Yeah. So Randall makes his excuses and leaves, but Murty's jealous. But they have a conversation, and it's revealed that the beatnik is now flush with money. They realise that obviously he saw the driver of the car and squeezed him for the cash. But they have the address of where the beatnik is staying.
They do, and they drive there in the car.
Yeah.
So how does that work? He's a ghost. So he's intangible, but yet he can sit in a moving car. Wouldn't he get in the car and then the car would drive away and he's still standing there?
I mean, he'd stand on the ground.
That's what I'm saying. So he'd sink into
He'd fall through the ground, wouldn't he? Yeah. So he must have some permanence.
Maybe he has to tense.
Well, I think it's the opposite, actually. It's when he doesn't think about it that it works, right?
Yeah, we see that later, don't we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They go to the hotel.
Yep, and Randall convinces Murty to float through a wall, and it takes him a few tries to get it, and then he realizes he can move from place to place instantaneously, and he pops in and out of the different rooms until he finds the beatnik.
It's a good effect. I mean, it's basic how they've done it, but it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit, obviously stop and get off set and then carry on filming.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's Pratt that sells it, though, because he's very good at standing still while the other guy moves away from the camera, because it doesn't look like he's... Yeah. You can't see the cut.
No. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Did you notice when they get to the hotel and Randall's talking to the guy at the desk, and he says that it's £2 a night to stay at the hotel?
Right, yeah.
That's like when our dad used to talk about how they could go out with a fiver, have 15 pints, go and see a film and still have change for a fish supper when they were going home. Do you remember those days?
Well, yeah, except my dad wasn't that Northern, but yeah.
It's all subjective, Colin,
Yeah, well, that's inflation for you, pal.
It is. Anyway, what would your dad do with his fiver then? I'm sure your dad ate fish and chips, didn't they?
Yeah, we wouldn't use the phrase fish supper.
In all fairness, I don't think my dad would use the phrase fish supper either.
And in fairness, neither would you.
No. Chippy.
Yeah, this is you pretending to be Northern again. More Northern than you really are. Just an attempt to appease the Northern listeners.
Have we got any? We probably do.
You're gonna throw in an A up in any second.
You never know; it might happen. Well, that sounded Northern, didn't it? There you go.
It did. You see,
there's a free one there.
So Randall breaks in, and the beatnik hears him and sees the door opening and gets ready to clobber whoever's coming in with a bottle. But Murty pops back into the room and sees this and tells Randall what's going on. So Randall kicks open the door and fights the beatnik until subduing him. Meanwhile, the hotel manager has heard the noise and comes to the room demanding to know what's going on. Randall asks Murty to get rid of him.
It's a good little trick that he pulls where he hides behind the door and tells him that he's standing there. I can imagine that's something that they'll use quite a few times in the show. Yeah. And Murty discovers he can make lights flicker and a strong wind appear, which blows everybody around. Yeah, we're getting to those very vague ghost rules again that the show seems to have.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether one of the things that they probably do is invent new ones whenever they need them.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
It's like Knight Rider.
Yeah. Or Bond when he, happens to take the right gadget with him at the start of every movie,
Yeah. Well, those in Bond, they write those backwards.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Randall gets the true story from the beatnik and addresses the driver who killed Marty, but when they get there, they smell gas. Marty pops into the room and finds the gas fire on and a man laying in front of it. Again, he blows open the windows.
He does.
Inside, Marty recognizes the man as being the same one who was the electrician outside Sorensen's place, and there's a suicide note.
Yeah, and he does a weird thing of checking the body over by waving his hand over its face.
I was checking to see if it waves back.
I think it was a weird thing.
That's how you check with if people are dead or not, because if someone waves at you, your instant reaction, even if you don't know them, is to wave back.
It was a bit
So
strange.
if you're pretending to be dead, you go, oh, and then you go, hi. Oh shit! I was supposed to be pretending I was dead.
Oh, because you can't resist the urge to wave back, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Okay.
That's what it is. It's the ultimate test.
I'll
You
do
can hold
that.
your breath.
Next time I come across a dead body, I'll.
Why are you coming over dead bodies? Should you be telling us this?
Let's just leave it there, right?
All right.
Gotta say, there's a lot of smoking in this episode. I know it's the 60s, but there was a lot of smoking in this episode. Not that I'm offended by it. I'm just saying there was a lot of smoking in this episode.
Sometimes you notice that because we watch so many shows now where no one's smoking. But when you watch something from the 60s, as though everyone's lighting up or drinking.
Yeah.
So they come up with a plan to scare Sorensen, so he'll arrange another murder, Randall's. But it has to be done at night because Marty can't work during the day. Is that your excuse? Sorry, I can't come in today. I'm dead.
I've never used that one, Colin, funnily enough.
You should. It's kind of an excuse you could only use once.
It is. I'm saving it.
Unless you're Jesus.
Well, I am holy.
Are you?
You know I am.
Yeah. What do you mean you're holy?
I'm holy. I'm pure.
Full of holes?
No, I'm pure.
You're pure, yeah. Pure bullshit.
If I was any more pure, I'd have stigmata. There you go.
It's a type of cheese, isn't it?
That is, yes. It's
Okay. I thought you was going to tell me at some point in this episode that you are actually a ghost and that you've been dead for years.
There's time. You never know.
And I was just going to say, yeah, dead inside. Ever since you try to make Ainsley Harriott try your cock or van, but he doesn't like Ford Transits.
Are you here all week?
Unfortunately.
Summer season, then the pier. He's a bit blue, but he's all right. You can bring your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, sharks like grapefruit because it makes the semen taste delicious.
Oh, he's a bit too blue. Get Johnny out.
Yeah. Wait, what?
That was weird.
Wait.
All right.
Yeah, it was. Let's get back to what we're talking about.
So the doctor calls to arrange another little accident, and they charge him £25,000 in £1 notes. Is what they want.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
It's gonna be a heavy bag.
It's a lot of £1. Yeah,
I
think so.
Why'd you do it now? It'd be coins, wouldn't it? £1 coins.
Oh yeah, it would be. Yeah, true. Yeah. Also, imagine going to the bank and explaining that.
Yeah.
I want to withdraw £25,000 in £1 notes, please.
Yeah, there's nothing like drawing attention to yourself, is there?
No.
Mm.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they had those counting machines in the 60s. I guess they did.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Come on. But Randall visits them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I think you skipped a bit because you've not done the bit where Randall goes and says he wants £25,000.
That's it. Yes, I got that the wrong way round, but just go with it. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Randall goes and says he wants £25,000 because he knows what Sorensen's up to. He's pretending to blackmail Sorensen.
That's right.
So that Sorensen will then contact the organisation to put a hit out on Randall.
That's the one. Yes.
Did you watch this episode?
I did, but sometimes I don't put the. Much like lots of the things that we watch, Colin, I don't put the connective tissue between my notes properly sometimes.
That's the thing about ghosts, no connective tissue.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah. That's your problem.
I know.
Yeah.
One of them.
So then Sorensen makes a call to the organisation to arrange another murder, and Marty's in the room watching, so he knows all this. Marty realises that it's daylight soon and he has to go, but if he leaves then Randall is dead. And Marty agrees for Jeannie's sake because she needs Randall to look after her.
I guess so.
Yeah. All right. So they follow Sorensen. Why are the streets so empty?
There's not a single person on these streets.
When did they... I mean, it's obviously, it is London. They must have filmed it like, crack of dawn on a Sunday or something?
It does have that crack of dawn look about it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they see Sorensen get into a car and he's talking to nobody, and they realise he's using a radio, and Marty pops into the car to listen to what's being said, but they spot Randall. And a chase breaks out between the killers and Sorensen, and they're in a car, and they're going to run him over. A lot of car killing in this episode.
There is. We get that great line. They've got shooters.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Marty blows a sheet of paper over the window of the car, and they crash into a lamppost.
Yeah, they foil the killers with an old newspaper.
Nice.
Can't get any more British than that, can you?
No. And then the police arrive from nowhere.
In this empty street. Yes.
Yeah. They just turn up. And they don't arrest. Like, they seem to know what's going on for some reason. They only arrest the bad guys. Wouldn't they arrest everybody at this point?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
But we'll sort it out at the station.
Yeah, that was really arrogant.
But my friend who's dead, who's a ghost, he's yeah. We'll sort it out at the station. Woo!
The rest of the series takes place in an asylum. That could be interesting.
Yeah, he's just rocking back and forth.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Yeah, not many crimes going to be solved. Maybe he gets let out to solve crimes, and his partner is also his carer who has to take him back at the time. Hold on, I'm writing a whole series here. Cut this out. This is good. and he uses the room of his cell to write out what the explanations of the killer.
There you go.
Like he works it all out. So his cell room is just covered in diagrams and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, you're cutting all this out because I'm writing this. So later, Jeannie and Randall visit Murty's grave. Now Murty appears, and it turns out that because he stayed out of the grave during the daylight, he's now not allowed back in for another 100 years. So he'll have to help Hopkirk. Stay out in daylight, life turns to shite.
It's true.
I think that's the poem.
Is that the end of it? Is that how it goes?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
I think this is where they should have done when instead of doing that terrible reboot with Vic and Bob, they should have made it a continuation. You just recast Hopkirk. You get an actor, similar looking actor to play Hopkirk, and you set it at the time when it would have been within the 90s. Was it that show was?
The remake was 2000.
Okay, you set it at the same time that. And he's meant to be Hopkirk from the 60s. And he's just now... you start with maybe Randall's got a grandson or something. He doesn't know anything about this ghost. And the ghost starts to talk to him instead. And he can talk to him because he's a blood relative. And that's why he can...
Yeah, there's plenty of ways around that, yeah.
Because he's going to be around for 100 years. So what's he going to do when Randall dies? Just potter around.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Jeannie's going to die at some point
exactly.
too.
And then you've got the whole thing that, everybody that he knows is gone.
This is sounding a very miserable show, Paul.
Oh, I'm sure you could put a spin on it.
It's very depressing.
Yeah. You get Edgar Wright to direct it.
All right, yeah.
You could do that.
Okay. So that's it. That's the end of the episode.
That is the end of the episode. So,
Paul, what did you think of Randall and Hopkirk Deceased?
I think it's a great setup for a series, as we said earlier. It's got a lot of potential for hopefully different kinds of stories that you could tell. Yeah. I'm not 100% certain that they do that. That they do tell different kinds of stories. It does have a feeling it could get formulaic pretty quickly. I thought that the two leads worked really well together. They were good. I like that the ghost rules are defined just enough to not hinder the story. So it's not. It doesn't dwell too much on it. It's like, just go with it. It's got to be vague. Yeah. I always enjoy 60s vibes in these shows. And we haven't talked about the music. I thought the music was fantastic. It's got kind of a It Press file kind of feel to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, the music is good.
Is it fantastic? Just from this one episode, I'd probably say no. But it definitely has potential to be fantastic later on if it was done well. So from this episode, I'm going to say a tentative yes that it's a hit.
Ooh.
But I might be proved wrong later.
I didn't know we could do tentative hits.
I'm sure we've had one or two in the past before, Colin.
I'm going to have to go back and remark all. We're going to have to do every podcast again.
I didn't hate it.
Right.
I didn't love it, but it intrigued me enough that I want to see where it goes. So for me, that probably constitutes a hit, I would say. Because if it wasn't a hit, I wouldn't want to watch any more.
That's fair enough, yeah.
So what did you think? Bear in mind, you own it.
Yeah, well, I going off your new standard for what's a hit that you've just made up on the fly.
120 episodes in. I'm allowed to change it slightly, aren't I?
Yeah, fair enough. I think it's a hit too. I do feel that this is my least favourite ITC show.
Okay.
I think. But that's a question, to do a top 10 ITC shows.
Well, we'll probably cover more of them as we go along, won't we?
Yeah. I prefer Department S to this. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I like the setting. And like you said, the main actors are what sells the show because they work so well together. And I do think they could have an opportunity to do some very interesting storylines. Whether they will or not, I'll have to find out. But yes, for me, it's a hit.
I think I'll be joining you. Well, not literally, but I think I might actually watch some more as well, just to see.
Well, watch some more. Yeah. So you should.
I will.
Good.
Fine.
It's a strange ending.
Wrap it up.
All right. Thank you for listening, and cheers to our Patreon supporters for keeping Paul swimming in beer. Join us next time for another episode of Retrospection.
I do like that beer.
You do.
Bye.